Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. This is Em of Playing with Em, and today we are setting up my monthly for September of 2025. This year has flown by. I know I say this every month, but literally I don't. It's like I blinked and August was gone. You'll notice there was not an August video on my channel because I didn't feel like it. Just honestly, but now I'm in a little bit of a better headspace and I was feeling it again. I am using stickers from Peppercut Studios. I have absolutely no idea where the washi is from, and I am using the Rytech Sign brush pens for the lettering. This month is really gonna be fun, I think. So far, I'm not overscheduled. I do tend to overschedule myself, but that is my big goal in September, is to not do that. Now, in terms of my goals, right? Like the things that I actually write down. My first goal is to listen to 8 records. Reason being, my goal for the year was to listen to 52, and I fell off a little bit. I think I'm almost halfway, maybe. So if I do more each month, I should be able to catch up. I also recently started an octopus embroidery, and it's really cute. It's like an octopus knitting. If you look up embroidery kits, you'll probably see it. And I started it and I'm really liking it. It's just a lot of back stitching, which I'm fine with. There were also some like little chain stitches in there that are good practice because I'm not very good at them yet. And then I also want to read 5 books off of my physical TBR because I'm trying to reduce that shelf. In August, my goal was 10. And August is not done yet, but I do think that I definitely made some significant progress towards that. In terms of fun, I want to play Split Fiction. With Gil, we finished It Takes Two, so now we're going to move on to the next one. And I want to visit the dang quarry. I keep saying that I'm going to do it, and then we were literally like getting dressed to go, and I realized that I had like a cut on myself, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't go with an open wound. So we're getting there. I'm hoping that maybe for Labor Day we can go. I think that could be nice. Then for work and just in general, I want to try time blocking my schedule. One thing that I suffer from a lot is like if I have to constantly context switch and have to switch tasks, I find that I'm way less productive and it just like doesn't work for my brain. So I'm hoping that, if I go, okay, this is when I'm going to film, and this is when I'm going to edit, and this is when I'm going to voice over, or something like that, that maybe that'll work a little bit better. I also want to post 4 bookish posts on Instagram in September, because I really like books, and I want people to like books too. And specifically, I want people to like books that I like, because then we can talk about them. For relationships, there's a group here called Knox Girls Who Walk, and I want to go to one of their walks. They had one this last week that I did not go to, even though I had it written in my planner, because it was going to be 3 miles long. And it looked like it was going to rain, and I know in my heart that if I had gone it would have rained and it would have been terrible. But I want to go to maybe a shorter one on a less cloudy looking day. I also want to have a craft night with Hannah and have a date night. We haven't had a date night in a while. Like we know we do a lot of things together, which could be dates, but it's just sort of like the intention of it that makes it a date night. Also, for my health, I have been having some shoulder pain. I mean, I've been having it for years, but I did PT and it was getting better. But now it's feeling worse and in a different way. So I'm going to go figure out what's going on with that. And then in September, sort of make strides towards healing. I don't know what that will be, right? So we're a little vague, but that's what we're going to work for. I also need to schedule a blood work appointment. I had blood drawn and things were good, but they were like, oh, this was a little weird, so we want you to come back. and we're gonna get that squared away. Additionally, I want to start going on like a weekly walk outdoors. We just got a walking pad and I'm very excited to try that out. And like specifically on the regular when I'm working from home, but I also want to be outside. I want to go outside and feel the air and smell the grass and whatever. So I want to get back into that. In terms of like development, one thing I want to do is find a new hiking spot. Because we cycle through them, but there's something about going to a new place that feels really nice, or like a place that you haven't been in a while. And then kind of implied there is to also go for said hike. Then I also want to set my fourth quarter goals. So these are going to be like bigger things than what I have on here, but hopefully we'll move towards those yearly goals. So I'm gonna have to sort of take into account what's on my yearly board and then maybe add some quarterlies. In terms of financial goals, the biggest one is having a bookish no spend. So as far as I know, there are no books coming out right now that I need to buy that I couldn't just wait for from the library. Now, if I'm wrong, leave them in the comments. Or maybe don't, because I don't want to spend my money on them. But ever since Good Girl Books opened, I have had a lot of trouble not buying books. So we're just gonna not. All right, and that's gonna be okay. I also want to make a budget in Monarch, which is this like budgeting app. Right now, I'm just like trying it out for the first month and sort of seeing what budget like it makes for me based on my spending habits. However, I'm a big sort of Excel spreadsheet kind of girl too, so I really like to know what my categories look like going into it. I also need to buy new tires. It's so sad because like a couple years back, I bought new tires and then almost immediately got in a car accident and just like had to buy a new car, and those tires gone. So now I have to spend more money later, right? I'm like, I feel like I just bought new tires. No, I didn't. I bought a new car. So I really need to get that done. And then in terms of sort of environment, home projects, I love a home project. Oh my God. I want to reorganize my tech drawer, which actually may entail making 2 tech drawers because there's so much going on there. Then I also really want to get some string lights or like light bulb sort of strings for our porch because I think it'll be really pretty and maybe make me spend a little bit more time outside. And then I also want to plan out like an herb or vegetable garden. I still need to look up like very specifically when to plant certain things, just in terms of growing season and like when things need to go in the ground so that they grow by a certain point in time. I'm clearly not like the gardeniest gardener, but I'm excited. We tried growing herbs from seeds this year and it did not go well. Everything we grew, we tried like 7 seeds and only 3 of them grew, and then 2 of them were attacked by like a bird or an insect, and then we were just done for. But for my September overview, right, like I mentioned, we're trying to rest. And like rest means I'm not filming a YouTube video, right? I can be embroidering because that's fun. That's restful for me. But like not running errands, not going and hanging out with people, those are not restful for me. And in terms of self-care, I feel like I'm repeating things a lot, and that's okay, right? I just like little reminders. So one thing would be like playing some pump-up music in the morning, really get me going for the day. Taking some walks around the pond when I'm on site for work. And going outside with the kitties because they love being outside. And Siri will literally scream to be let outside for hours on end, which we haven't been letting her outside. And then, the intentions for the month is to reduce pain, so moving my body, building strength in my shoulders, my hips, my back, and stretching, because I often get so tight that it just causes me actual pain. And then working on some finance, savings, goals, that sort of thing, because Christmas is coming, taxes are coming, and I am excited. I'm excited for that. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Come and hang out. I'm trying to post a little bit more, or at least a little more consistently, but we'll see. Comment down below what your goals for September are, or if you completed something in August that you're really proud of. I would love to hear about it. And as always, happy planning.